Hey guys, this is Brandon Mislevic with Building a Hero, and I wanted to start you guys off this week with the first tool that is going to help you start becoming your own hero and be able to increase your energy level so that you can start living a higher life and start attracting the things to you that you want in life. So, one of the big problems that I've seen right now with teenagers, adults, kids, with just about everybody is I've started to notice that the self value and the self worth that everybody holds has started to drop. People have started to think negative thoughts about themselves a lot more often, and it is starting to affect their lives negatively, and they're starting to have a bad outlook on life, and people around them are starting to treat them the way that their negative energy starts putting out there. So what I want to teach you as the first principle, this first tool, is what's called declarations. Now, declarations is a tool that allows you to change your subconscious over time so that it starts thinking more positively and is able to start changing the energy level that you have so that you can start living a higher life. And as a kid, I had a lot of self worth problems. Everybody around me had bullies that would tease me. They told me I was stupid, tell me I was ugly. They called me poor all the time because my family didn't have a whole lot of stuff. And I was constantly faced with this negative input that kept coming at me and just coming at me all the time. And I needed to figure out a way to change that so that I didn't get affected by this negative aspect all the time. And so I started doing declarations in my mind that allowed me to start changing my subconscious, and I was able to start changing the way I looked at life. And so when these negative problems and these negative people would come at me, I was able to just look past that and become positive. And what I was able to do is start changing the way that I held myself and viewed myself. And so when I would start, as I got older and I started going to job interviews, I was hired at every single job interview I ever had because my confidence level was just skyrocketing. I was always positive. I was always happy about myself. I could tell you all kinds of things about how great I was, and everybody saw it, and it came across really well. So I did really good with my jobs, with women, with friends, with everybody that was around me. I always did really well because of my confidence level. And so declarations is a huge key to being able to raise yourself up to a higher life. So I'm going to teach you what to do to create your own declarations. So what I want you to do is go ahead and get out a piece of paper, just a regular 8.5 by 12 piece of paper, and I want you to fold that in half so that it's hot deck style. So that means two long strips. And what you're going to do on the left side is start writing down all the negative thoughts that you have about yourself. So if you think that you're negative, that you're stupid, or maybe somebody else tells you that you're stupid, write that down. If you think that you're not worth money, that that you're a poor person, that you're not worth the money that the world has out there. Those type of things, write those down. If you think you're ugly, or maybe you don't think your hair is as pretty as somebody else's, or your body isn't as slim as somebody else's, write those negative thoughts down. And then what you're going to do when that list is done is on the right side, go ahead and write down two positives for every one of those negatives. So if you wrote down, I am stupid, on the right side, you're going to write down, I am brilliant, I am smart. And you're going to write down two positives for every one of those negatives. And the reason why we do two positives is because, just like in math, if you have one positive and one negative, they cancel each other out and you're left with nothing. And so it's great to have a one positive because you're going to end up getting rid of the negative, but you're not going to have any positive to replace it. So you need two positives so that you're left with one positive in each one of those categories so that your subconscious can start learning what the positive it is and what it needs to become. Now, after you've done that, there's two cool principles here. So first, when you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and tear that paper in half. And that negative side, you're going to go ahead and go shred that, crumple it up, throw it in the garbage, burn it, do whatever you can to tell your subconscious that it's okay to release those negative feelings and negative emotions that you wrote down. And on the second side, you're going to keep those positives. You're going to go put those next to a mirror. And every morning, as soon as you wake up and you go use the restroom, go look in the mirror, stare yourself right in the eye, and you're going to start repeating these positives to yourself. So you're going to say, look yourself in the mirror and say, I am handsome. I am sexy. I am smart. I am brilliant. I am funny. And you're just going to be passionate about it. And you're just going to state those declarations to yourself and drive them into your subconscious every single morning. Just take a few minutes every morning to do that. And then every night when you use the restroom before you go to bed, do it again. You want to drive those thoughts into your subconscious before you go to sleep, so your subconscious dwells on them while you're sleeping. And then over time, over the days and weeks, as you dedicate yourself to being able to do these declarations, you're going to start seeing a huge change in your demeanor and how you look at life. And then as that happens, you're going to start seeing that everybody around you starts actually changing the way they act around you. They're going to start treating you differently and acting around you differently. And you're going to start seeing just some huge changes in your life just by doing declarations alone. So I invite you to make those changes this week and start doing declarations every morning in the mirror and every night. And if you'd like to see an example of how this works, I am posting myself doing my declarations every morning and every night. And you'll see the declarations kind of change throughout the days and start getting some examples of what those declarations can be. And you'll start seeing changes in me. You'll start seeing the changes as I do it, because for me, although I do declarations a lot, I have a huge fear of other people seeing it or hearing me do it. And so I'm starting to post my videos of myself doing it every morning and every night so I can start overcoming that fear of somebody else seeing that. And hopefully that'll help you out by seeing somebody else do it, and you'll be able to learn some ways of doing those declarations and hopefully start raising your life up to a higher level. So I challenge you guys to make those changes this week and then come back next week, next Monday, and I will teach you a new tool that you're going to be able to add to that to start changing your life even further. So check it out, and I hope to see you guys next week. If you have any comments, suggestions on some really cool declarations, or any stories about doing declarations and the changes they made in your life, please post a comment. I'd love to hear from you.